Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Annette and today I bring you another kit from One Glance. This video is not sponsored. None of my videos are sponsored, but this is also another kit I picked up when I went to the store. One Glance is on Friendswood and I'll leave all their information on the description box below. And we are creating this bracelet that's very unique to them. It says a kit exclusive design for One Glance Jewelry Supply and Design, and this is called Dance in the Rain, and it's a stretchy bracelet kit. But look how gorgeous this is. And the kit comes 56 spacers, 4 pearls, another faceted glass around it, and then we have some beads here. And this is what the kit looks like. So what I've done is I've looked at the picture and kind of have an idea. It also brings a stretchy cord, and this is a yard of it. You're not going to need a yard, but we're going to string everything through. So what we're going to do by looking at the picture is we're going to start off by, let's start off by putting in the pearl and then the spacers. Now there's 50 spacers, so 25 and 25. So let's divide that. 25 over here, 25 over there, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and as we put it in, we will count them. So let's begin first with this pearl right here that they provided. Now let me go back for just a second. For this kit that we're going to do, we're going to use our basic tools. Now, on top of the basic tools, we are going to use one more tool, and this is a file. And this little file right here, and I'm going to take the top off, I'm sorry, this is kind of pointy. It's for these pearls, and let me see if you guys can see that. I'm going to zoom in. These pearls sometimes do not have the holes all the way through. Do you see that? There we go. Do you see that? That's not punched through. This side is. See that? And the other side's not. So this tool, that's like a file, goes all the way through the pearl to make sure that pearl is open, but I'm not ruining or breaking the pearl. And I'm just filing it there to make sure that my elastic band is going to go through. So I'm going to do that for every one of these. I'm going to use the stretchy cord. We're going to put a pearl, and I'm going to start counting 25 spacers, which are the ones that are going to be here. Okay, so now that I have my 25 spacers, I'm going to go back and look at the picture because it doesn't have instructions, so I'm just going by the picture. It says that we need another pearl, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just put another pearl through. It says it needs a separate spacer, and this has this spacer right here. Then it says to put your little finding here, and that's what I'm going to do. Now these are a bit tricky because the elastic is very soft, and these are sometimes hollowed on the inside, so it's sometimes difficult to put it through. Okay, so we did that. Then I see a flower, so I'm going in with this flower, and the next thing I have is my faceted, this looks like a glass faceted bead. There you go. Then the next thing I have is one of these beads that I have to put through. Now I hope this fits. There we go. And it has a spacer, so I'm going to put a spacer through. Oops, there's my dog. Apologize. Here's another one. And I'm going to go through these fairly quickly. Okay, so I'm to my last one right here. These beads are pretty. There we go. And Now I'm going in with my glass, flower, and then I have my little finding here. And again, these are really tricky to put in there, but it's doable. There we go. Then I have my little spacer. The great thing about these projects is that it doesn't take long to create them. As long as you have all the materials, this will not take long. Okay, and now I'm going back to start putting the same spacers on the opposite side, and this is what it's looking as of right now. Okay, now I am putting the pearl, the last pearl, and I am putting in this little metal tube that they provided. Let's see, there we go. Now before I close this and make a knot there, I want to test this bracelet on. So it is a pretty necklace, a pretty bracelet. There we go, but I think it's too big for me. So I'm gonna have to adjust this. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to take this out and take this pearl out. Let me do this really quick. And I'm gonna cut this to where I'm gonna remove maybe 5 on this side and 5 on this side. That way it will close it just a little bit more to where, because I like it to where it's sits on my hand and not too loose. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be maybe 1/2 inch from one side and 1/2 inch from the other. And that should make it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the thing with these things, you have to play with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's take these out. Let's put the pearls back in and let's measure one more time. There we go. Let's put this one in there. Okay. And let's do this one more time. Okay. Here we go. Let me put this on my hand one more time. There we go. That is much better. See how it's not quite too tight, but it's not completely loose. It will move on my hand, and I think this is the size. This is the size for me. Perfect. Okay, so now that I've put everything back together, this size should fit me. I'm going to do an overhand knot. Now, this doesn't say to put any type of glue. This doesn't have no instructions whatsoever, but knowing how these stretchy bracelets can sometimes just be loosened, I would suggest putting a dab of glue there and then cutting your remnants of the elastic. I'm going to do another overhand knot just to secure it one more time. There we go. And I'm going to bring 2 types of glue to show you what you can do. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 glues that I have here. This one's the E6000. And they sell this one in like a very small size that looks like this one. And then the GS Hypo Cement Glue, which this is my favorite, and this is the one I'm going to be using today. So let me get this out. And let me get this cleaned off a little bit. Let me see if you can see that. But this is going to blob a little bit there. That's all I need. I'm just going to grab this and just put it right there to where the knot hits the glue very well. And that is all I'm going to use. It's just a little dab of that glue. You don't need much of it. And I'm going to wait just for it to dry a little bit. Let me fan it a little bit. Usually you should wait maybe an hour or two, or maybe 24 hours, and that would be just great. But since we're doing the video, we're not going to do that. Now, the next thing you are going to do is you're going to grab your wire cutters, and we are going to cut the stretchy, but we're not going to take it all the way down. We're just going to leave a little bit, and it's fine because nobody's going to see that. This is going to be all hidden inside in here, so nobody's going to see that. Okay, let's try this one more time. Check this out. That's the perfect size. You see how that looks? That turned out real pretty, exactly like the picture. So I am happy about that. There we go. Let me put this out here so you guys can see it. It's perfect. By the way, this kit was $9.99. And I think this is also one of those things that you can create and give out as a gift. Let me zoom in so you guys can see how pretty this turned out. See if you can see that. Isn't that the prettiest thing? Has beautiful beads, and it's perfect. It is a perfect size, and it obviously they made it a little bit bigger. Usually a 7.5 on my wrist, but this one I took out all these spacers, and obviously with this one it will give it another inch. So this would have been like an 8 or an 8.25. Right now it's a 7.25, just because I know my my wrist size. So you can have it, and this will be big enough to where it will fit anybody, or you can just take off a few like I did and create it to your own liking. Okay, you guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Until next time, God bless.